Hi YouTube. It's been a while since I've posted. It's actually been an interesting few weeks. First off, I'm wearing a hat indoors because it's freaking cold in here. We don't have central heater air in my house. We have these plug-in, they're like portable radiators, oil-filled heater things. I've got one behind me back there somewhere, and it's just not quite cutting it. So there's winter stuff going on, and I've been, resealing windows, putting a new weather stripping, door sweeps, draft guards, you name it, to try and get this house a little warmer. But the biggest thing of why I haven't posted in a while is I'm going to try not to cry while doing this, but my grandma died about 3 weeks ago or so, and we were close, and it's not like I didn't see it coming, but no matter how hard you try, you're never fully prepared for it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can deal with that right now. Lately it's just been kind of put it off to the side because it's just really upsetting to me right now. I guess that's normal. But it's hard to find. I guess what religion does is give you comfort that somebody's died. Oh, they're in a better place now. Well, that's not how I see it, of course, because I am on the atheist list, so. This is a woman who was a very adventurous, outgoing type. In the 50s, when she first met the man who became my grandfather, she was bringing her sister down from Michigan down here to Oklahoma in 50s, two girls driving on their own all that distance, and the car they were driving broke down somewhere about Tennessee, and a trucker said he was hauling cars, one of the big load them up and bring them on down sort of thing for like dealerships, and so he said, hey, I'm not supposed to do this, but go ahead and I'll load it up on the back, just duck down, don't let anybody see you. It's actually illegal for me to do this, but I understand, and he brought her from Tennessee all the way back down to Oklahoma, all the way down to here, Oklahoma. And that was so her sister could get married. The year I was born, this is a woman who also, when she traveled, would not fly. She's terrified of flying. So everywhere she went, she drove or rode a bus. The year I was born, she had gone to Florida to is it Disneyland or Disney World? I don't know. The Disney park there. And then later that year, I was born in September, and she takes a Greyhound bus all the way up to Washington State, where I was born. She had been to Pennsylvania and Arkansas. She, of course, went through Colorado and all that. She had been just about everywhere across the U.S. And in fact, while she was in Pennsylvania, they hit a deer with the car while she was driving. And so that was another adventure of, here's the tow truck, because my aunt and uncle were with her at that time. So two of them got into the tow truck. She stayed in the car while it was taken to the shop and had to get the radiator repaired and everything. Because apparently when they hit the deer, it was it took out the entire radiator, knocked a few other things out of alignment. It also messed with the compressor in the car, so Freon came spilling out. And she told me that when they hit the deer, I guess the deer had just eaten, because she said that there was suddenly a bunch of grass everywhere on the outside of the car, even getting sucked up into the air conditioning vents. So that was a interesting experience. And the last few years of my grandma's life, she had declined in health, and then it got to the point where she had difficulty walking. Then it became to the point where she was actually bedridden. And for the last probably year and a half, 2 years, she's been pretty much bedridden. And then since June, she had not left the bed at all. So, I mean, from a woman that was, she'd go camping, all sorts of adventure, outdoors, exploring, to be bedridden was definitely hard for her. And I guess at least she's not having to suffer like that, because, I mean, it was really hard for her. She couldn't even go to the bathroom on her own. My uncle and I would help her. And it is hard for me. And I was actually there when she died. My family and I stayed for like a week at my uncle's house. She had been on just regular nursing care, and then had gone on to hospice care because they said, well, you've probably got 6 months or less. Of course, the doctors had thought that for the last 2 or 3 years. She lived to be 80, almost 81. Her birthday would be January. But we stayed for that week. We were taking shifts and making sure somebody was awake with her at all times, just in case she needed something, needed medication, something. If she decided she was hungry or thirsty, anything. And we would give her water when she did wake up. She went downhill really fast. After the first 2 days of hospice care, I think what she is she finally decided, okay, they're going to help take care of me and my family, and I've lived a full life. It's time for me to go. And this is hard. And like within 2 days, it became she was sleeping more and more and more, waking less. And then it became she was a little less coherent every time she did wake up. And we would go in and talk to her, read to her. Me and my mom would read her stories and tell her jokes. Got to say our goodbyes. And it was a Saturday afternoon. I was in there reading and keeping an eye on her in case she did wake up, need anything. And that's when she finally, her breathing had been less and less between breaths, and then shallower and shallower, and it finally stopped. And I'm just glad I hugged her that day. Said one final goodbye. Man, this is hard. So, I'm kind of dealing with that right now. And, I guess, like I said, you're never really prepared for it, no matter how long you have a warning you have for it. And so, I just thought I would give you an update. And if any of you would like to share any personal stories or anything, comments, let me know. Just, what did you do to get over a loss like this? Of course, it's always great. I've got most of my family here is in town, and my sister will be coming back down from her school sometime this weekend. This is her finals week. But tell me, what have you guys done? Like I said, I was just letting you guys know what was up, and like I said, any questions, comments, video responses, whatever. And you have a wonderful day, you